Hello, 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 it is Ihlamur, and I am pleased to be coming back to you with another Pioneers of Pagonia playthrough, and today we're taking on the level with these guys. They look gruesome, possibly what you might call a will-o'-the-wisp or a sprite. I've never taken them on, I don't know what this level looks like, but we're going to take it on together. Let's go and have a look through the fog, and immediately we see these blue lanterns. This is probably where they are, so we're doing our reconnaissance. Grey smoke looks like a village, so that's what we'll be aiming for, I suppose. In this area I'm going to try and leave this woodland right here open so that we get lots of animals for food, and then the woodland to the west there I'm probably going to cut down, and then we've got this big grey plain over to the west which I'll use for stone and resources. But first of all we get our woodcutter and our sawmill in. That's the start. We've got a hunter placed down now, and immediately I'm going to place down a guard tower, but I'm going to be very kind of precise with where I extend my border. These boars are a bit of a problem. They're chasing this guy off, but they only chase off one guy at a time, so not too big of a problem. They don't seem to kill anybody, so we'll just leave that until our hunters take care of them. As you can see, I'm setting out my borders. I'm expanding to get this stone here and other resources, coal and limestone, and even silver there in the mist. So setting my soldiers off there until we've got enough space to build up our first quarries and our stone mills. I'm a little bit upset that stone mills can't go on the rock. I kind of wanted to use that, but they can't, so I have to put them in the grassland, as well as the stone cutter. The copper hut goes in, and I'm going to use copper for my tools this time. That's what I've decided. We're going to exclusively use copper for our tools, and if we've got undead enemies, then we're going to need silver, so good to have silver straight away. Our wood workshop goes in, and we're going to use that immediately for cogs. Oh, we're killing lots of boars, but we're not taking them away. It's a leather problem. So let's set up leather there, storage. It's time for a guild hall because we're already running out of miners, so put that guild hall in, and we'll put our toolsmith right next to the guild hall. Alright, deforestation is taking over, so we'll put in a forester and a well right next to it. One forester should be enough for now, just to keep the forest going in this little area. And like I say, I'm going to extend my borders carefully. I found iron over here, there's none the other side, so I'll send some soldiers over here to extend this border a little bit. Alright, everything's going well. We'll put a copper and a hardwood board storage there, and again, going to extend just a little bit out this way because I see the dusty ground. I want to get some flax so I can get armor, so I can get rangers, and rangers so that I can avoid any thieves. So in goes our farm, and it's not very much ground, so we'll put our farm, just tuck it in here, and then our farmland we can only put in a few spaces, so we'll put them in wherever we can, and maybe we build the road out first, and yeah, so try and maximize the number of spaces for flax farmland. Right, on the other side, of course, we've found lush farmland, so we'll put in a baker here, and these guys will provide food for our miners, hopefully. A baker, and then a windmill once we've got space. There it is. And then, of course, a farm with lots of farmland for just for wheat on this side. So that should be a nice little system. And we found our first bandit. War has come to the island, and our guard has taken care of that guy pretty handily, but he won't be the last one. In fact, there's one right now, and what's he doing? He is stealing my silver, and we can't allow this to go unchecked. I mean, who cares about 1 bar of silver? But if he gets away, more will come. So we need to curtail that as soon as possible. I'm going to do it by putting a guard tower in right on my border here, right where he left. So bandit camps are probably over this way. Alright, it's convinced me that I'm going to need soldiers, so I'm going to put in a military academy right here, and right next to my military academy we're going to put in our weaponsmith and our armorsmith, and we're going to have just a military enclave on this side. We'll put in lots of storage as well, so that whenever I need soldiers, we've got the materials. Now, I made a mistake. I forgot that Rangers and Fearnaughts need to be recruited in the Adventurers Guild, and we're going to need Fearnaughts as well for the sprites later. So, got to get those doing, and not a moment too soon, because we've got thieves. They're stealing stuff from us. Not only thieves, but we've got bandits as well. So, we're going to need those Rangers as soon as possible. Now, the bandits kept on attacking, and it was pretty even for a while. You know, I'd kill one of theirs, they'd kill one of mine, but eventually, this one bandit, this veteran bandit in the blue hood there, just started on a rampage, killing all my guards, and he took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think in the end he took out 7 of my guards. He was unstoppable, and I had to do something. I had to get my rangers in to defeat him. So, and here they are, deployed my rangers, a troop of 5 first of all. I love the way they look. They remind me of the Dunedain from the Lord of the Rings, the rangers, and especially in the tall grass. But I started running out of pioneers. I'd recruited so many soldiers, I was running out of carriers, so I had to put in a tavern and some market stalls and put in some houses anywhere I could to start building up my population again, because war was on the way. And a tale to tell here, the bandits were surrounding my last remaining ranger, but his sword shone in the sun. He stood up to one, took down another, the third bandit. He rose victorious on the battlefield, and so the tide turned really. And again, there was an elite bandit who was taking out a lot of my guys, but who took him down? Rory the Ranger, yes, he stood up to him. So the Rangers really did well there, pulled them back after that. Now, I'd been extending along the coastline as much as possible, trying to keep it very tight so we didn't run into any spectres, but now it's time to explore and go to the trade centre. But we also need to build up our population again, so here is a short time lapse. With our population re-established and our trade centres of our potential allies found, we're put into a trade centre of our own. There's no time to sit around eating, guys. You've got to step up now. We've got to do some trade. So we got trade underway, and trade in Pioneers of Pagonia, it's an interesting mechanic, but I feel like it could be done better, and maybe less pieces, but of a more variety of things, so that your allies can actually build something. Anyway, trade continued, and at the same time we had lots of fights, had to fight off a lot of thieves actually, and we kind of blocked off that area where they were coming in, and took out a lot of guys with our rangers again, but trade continued until finally this carrier was the final one with the final silver sword going to our ally, and this would make us such good allies, not just friends but potentially merging together. And so followed her as she went all the way, and then everybody was so happy they fired fireworks out of their backpacks, apparently. If you look at this, it really does look as though she's firing fireworks out of her backpack, which is a very special backpack. But everybody celebrates because we are now not only friends but able to merge together, and that means that the map really opens up for us. Our allies were kind of blocking us before, so we were able to extend north now, some final bandit camps, and we had to take those out and then get to that mysterious location just above so that we could make friends with the other village on this island. So we did that, but also opening up that territory meant that we had access to the marsh where the sprites are, and so we got some Fearnaughts, called them in, and actually started killing them before I noticed. But these are wonderful, these kind of little broken tombs where the sprites hang out, and they look really atmospheric. Our Fearnaughts again feared nothing, and they charged into battle to take out these sprites, and they were very effective. All in all, took them out. No, spectres. I've been calling them sprites the whole time. But this patrol went, we vastly overwhelmed them, and so it was good to see our Fearnaughts winning for the most part. But obviously, there's always in battle unfortunate losses. So we took out that tomb, But again, it wasn't without loss. We suffered, and that wasn't the worst of it, because those were the easy ones. So the next group was a little bit harder. They had some restless spectres, or and so our guys charged in, and Faith of the Fearnaught led the charge, took out as many as possible, as quickly as possible, but it was a losing battle, it seemed. The spectres here were too strong for us, until finally Faith stepped in and made short work of the final 2 Fearnaughts. So actually she beat both of them. And, so another hero, Rory the Ranger and Faith the Fearnaught. Good to see. So with the spectres taken care of, it was just a matter of trading with the final mysterious locations so that we could merge with this final village, and we got that all underway. You know, this was a good level. I enjoyed this level. It had to be a bit strategic, had to keep on fighting, couldn't rest on our laurels at all, because we had to face a lot of challenges. Nothing left to do after that but defeat the final bandits and finally merge with the Red Village. But there it is, the sun goes down, and another beautiful playthrough of the Pioneers of Pagonia, another island. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm enjoying it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.